this is Russ. Yeah, I'm in the car again. Today's a Sunday. What time is it? 4:40 p.m. Yep. What was the temperature outside? 84 degrees. Wow, it's a hot one. I'm sitting here parked in the parking lot of the park that I usually go to. Figure I'd do a quick review. Looking at these things flying around in the car. I've got the windows open. Yeah, we went to a new restaurant for lunch. We were invited to go there from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, and a number of the family went as well. So yeah, it's called Serious Sanji. Okay, I know you can't see it like this. I'm gonna put up some photos of the menu up there for you. Now I'm looking down here because I have my laptop here with me, so I can see what photos I'm gonna be showing you. Okay, so yeah, Serious Sanji. Yeah, it's a new restaurant in Northbrook, and so they were in their grand opening phase. I don't know how long they've been open, but pretty new. Yeah. So going there on a Sunday for lunch. It was crowded, man. It was really crowded. Well, we got there early. We were finished with church by 10 o'clock. So we were supposed to meet there about 11:15. So we had nowhere else to go. So we just drove towards there. And we said, well, we'll just sit in the parking lot until everyone gets here. Yeah. And then we noticed on the window, they had changed their hours for Sunday. They changed it to a 12 o'clock opening. Yeah, 12 noon. So we contacted everybody and said, hey, don't come too early because they're not open. So yeah, we went to Northbrook Court, which is not too far from there, and hung out there for a while. Then we came back. Yeah. So when we got there, there was already a line, before the 12 o'clock opening, and so we got into the line, and when we got inside, wow, it was packed with people. We were lucky enough to be able to get two tables, and we pushed it together so all of us can sit together. And yeah, I think they were even surprised at how many people were coming in. I don't know if that's normal for them or not, but they are a new restaurant, so who knows? And being on a Sunday, makes it difficult too. A lot of people, they might get out of church or whatever service they go to, and they might want to have a Sunday lunch together. So a lot of people showed up, a lot of Asians, but a lot of non-Asians too. And so let me kind of flip through these things. So I'm going to show you real quickly what the menu looks like. Now I'm just going to put some photos up real quick so you can see it. And if you want to see exactly what was on the menu, just go ahead and pause the video. Then you can see it, and you can see the prices of things too. So I'll show you the insides of the menu. So hopefully I'll give you enough time that you can see it. And then there's also drink things too, which we didn't order. Of course, we usually just get water. A lot of Asians are kind of like that, right? So let me show you real quickly what we ordered, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Well, let me show you a photo of the restaurant first, so at least you can see what the restaurant looks like from the outside. Okay, and then a photo of the inside too. Now, we thought, this was a regular sit-down restaurant, but in a sense it is, because they do have tables there. But you kind of place your order. You can do a takeout order, or you can just place your order and then they will bring you the food. But I don't know if it was just today or not, but people were lining up trying to place an order. But luckily, one of the I guess the waitresses came by, and she had an iPad, and she started taking our order while we were sitting down there. So we were lucky in that sense. So let me show you real quickly some of the things that we ordered. So the very first one I have here is their signature Sanji. I don't know what Sanji means, but it was called a beef Sanji in there. And there was 3 of those. I don't know if there's more than 3. Maybe it was 3 or 4 of them. I'm not sure. When I took these photos, people were already taking things out, so it may not be the complete set. But this is their beef Sanji. And then we had some pan-fried pot stickers, pork pan-fried pot stickers. So they had 8 of them in the steamer. We'll talk more about them as we go through, but and then there was a pork soup dumplings, yeah, which in the Chinese might call it xiaolongbao, right? So they had that. We had that, I should say. And then there was shrimp sumai, right? And I think this was the complete amount. So it's not a whole lot in the basket, even though there's it's a big basket. Then they had we had chicken sumai. So we had pork and a chicken one, I believe. And if I have these wrong, forgive me for that, because I couldn't remember everything that we had. I was trying to match up the photos to the photos in the in the menu. Hopefully, I got it correct. We had pork chasu bao, okay, and then there was pork sanji. So this is kind of like the other one, but this one's a pork one. And we ordered a plate of beef chow fun, okay. And then dan dan noodles, okay. And we had some green beans, but with no garlic. Usually it's green beans with garlic, but we ordered it without. And I think that's all the things that we had. So it's quite a few. And we had, how many people did we have? Let's see. 4, 5, 6. We had 7 people, okay. So now, as far as the quantity of things that we had, as far as the order that we placed, you would think that would be enough, right? Here's our feeling, at least here's my feeling, but I think the others kind of felt the same way after we kind of talked about whether we liked this restaurant or we didn't like the restaurant. Here's basically, I think, the consensus that everyone said, that we thought that the flavor of the various items that we had was actually pretty good. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Here's the negative. There's always positive and negative. And the negative was the items are very small. Yeah, physically small. All right, physically small, and small in quantity in terms of portions. Yeah, so the portion was small. The physical size of the items were very small as well. To give you an idea, like the beef sanjis are only about this big. Okay, so a little circular thing about this big. The siumai, maybe about this big. Yeah, these things look so small that it actually kind of looked like play food. The kind of, or the type of food that you would put on like a plastic thing and just show it as a sample thing, right? Yeah, and so if you look at the siumai, I mean, typically there's some are very big, right? These are really small. Yeah, they're very small. They don't give you a whole lot either. Same thing with their other items. Even the beef chow fun, based on the cost, how much did they charge for beef chow fun? Let me look at the menu here. Beef chow fun is $16.95, and it was in a small plate. Yeah. What else did we have? That was the green beans. Hardly any green beans in there. Yeah, very small amount. Dan dan noodles. Okay, dan dan noodles. How much is that thing? Let me see. Dan dan noodles, $9.75. The plate was maybe a bundle about this much. I mean, it's so small in quantity that we said what could have been a great restaurant experience in terms of getting you full and good flavor. We had the good flavor, we just didn't get full from it. And we ordered quite a bit of stuff. All that stuff together, roughly around $200 from what I was told. The place was packed with people, okay? I mean, there wasn't a seat to be had. They don't have enough tables. It's a rather small place. They don't have enough tables to accommodate the amount of people that came in. There are chairs that were on the side of the restaurant, and that was all filled up too. I don't know if people were just waiting for takeout food or what, or whether they were eating there as well. I did hear later, just overhearing, some people were coming in and leaving. Some people came in, and the staff said we were going to shut down the restaurant for now, because we cannot fulfill everybody, and it's going to take at least 2 hours if you wait. 2 hours. They had just opened. Okay, we got there at 12. By the time we got our food, it was probably maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. We got our food, and then we finished within an hour of when we got there. So I've never heard a restaurant actually tell people that they were going to shut down to allow more people in because they didn't have the ability. Now, one other thing that they said too when we first started when we first got in there and everyone's inside, they made a quick announcement. They kind of yelled out a quick announcement to everybody that they were short on staff, okay, which is kind of bad for a grand opening week or whatever amount of time they've been open. They were short on staff, and so they didn't have the ability to deal with everybody as quickly as they would like. And then on top of that, you know, later on to be able to tell people coming in that they didn't have enough stuff, staff or whatever, or maybe even food, that they would have at least a 2-hour wait to get it. So that's a negative. That's a negative. So sorry to say, you know, that, you know, some of these negative things happen for a grand opening location, but I kind of felt that, you know, you should be ready for an amount of people. They had a lot of staff back there. I saw people working back there, but yeah, that kind of ruined the experience, I think, a little bit. I mean, we were happy to be there. My in-laws invited us to go, so I'm glad we were able to go. They seemed to like it, but we all tended to agree that the portions were small and the items themselves are physically small as well. So here's my conclusion: a little expensive based on those things. At this point, the staff wasn't ready for a huge amount of people coming in, and I guess they did the best they could up to this point. You know, at least they were honest to tell people coming in that they had at least a 2-hour wait if they decided to wait, because all the tables were filled up. Yeah, they don't have enough tables for that now. In time, that'll probably stop, because you know, usually when something's grand opening, people start to come in, but they weren't ready for it. They weren't ready for that quantity of people. So, anyways, that's my quick review of Serious Sanji. Good tasting stuff, small portions, high price. Staff wasn't ready. That's my review. Anyways, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, give them a try if you're willing to, you know, spend a little bit of money. And you want a variety of things, but it will cost you some. I'll talk to you guys next time.